Rock legend dead. Ozzy Osbourne dead. Black Sabbath singer dies age 76 at home with Sharon and kids by his side weeks after last show. The legend cemented his place in rock history early in his career with controversial displays such as biting the head off a bat. Ozzy Osbourne died surrounded by family at home with his wife Sharon and their children by his side, a source close to the family has said. His death, age 76, comes just weeks after the Black Sabbath star took to the stage one final time with his bandmates at Villa Park in Birmingham. Ozzy died at home in his stunning mansion in Welders, Buckinghamshire, surrounded by love. Sharon, his wife of 43 years, and mum to their children Amy, Jack, and Kelly were by his side. A statement from his family said on Tuesday evening, "It is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family and surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family privacy at this time. Sharon, Jack, Kelly, Amy, and Lewis." Ozzy became known as the Prince of Darkness in his 6-decade career thanks to his onstage antics that attracted a legion of heavy rock fans. He last graced the stage earlier this month when he reunited with his bandmates Geezer Butler, Tony Iommi, and Bill Ward and played a 5-song set in a farewell to music. The gig was touted as the greatest heavy metal show ever, with Ozzy grinning to chanting fans as he thanked them for all they had done for him. The icon vowed, however, that it would be his final performance due to his deteriorating health, having opened up about his battle with Parkinson's in 2020. After the show, he watched on as his daughter Kelly was proposed to by her boyfriend Sid Wilson. The legend cemented his place in rock history early in his career with controversial displays such as biting the head off a bat. The stunt came in 1982 during a performance in Des Moines, Iowa, when a fan threw the animal on stage. Ozzy, believing it to be made of rubber, bit into the carcass and later had to be plied with rabies shots. He also snorted a line of ants while on tour with the notorious Motley Crue band in the 80s. Offstage, the rocker also hit headlines for eyebrow-raising appearances, such as the time he urinated on the cenotaph at the Alamo while wearing one of Sharon's dresses. She had reportedly hidden his clothes in an attempt to stop him from venturing out, but he ended up banned from San Antonio for a decade. Although his wild behavior would have been enough to see some artists blacklisted, Ozzy became a lovable rogue who captured fans' hearts across the globe. In 2001, Ozzy appealed to a whole new audience after appearing in reality TV show The Osbournes with his family. Its first series was the most watched show ever on MTV and propelled Jack and Kelly into stardom, with the latter enjoying a music career of their own. Matriarch Sharon also carved out a successful showbiz career for herself, first as an X Factor judge, then host of her own show in the U.S. With the family's success growing, they hosted the 30th Annual American Music Awards and later the Brit Awards in London. The hugely popular show ran until 2005 and portrayed heartbreaking moments for the family, including Sharon's battle with cancer and the quad bike accident that nearly killed Ozzy. The family later starred in the reality series The Osbournes Want to Believe and special The Osbournes Night of Terror, which both focused on paranormal investigations. Tributes have already poured in for the legend following his family's announcement this evening. Black Sabbath shared a picture of Ozzy on his icon throne with the simple caption, "Ozzy Forever." David Coverdale, founder and lead singer of rock band Whitesnake and rumored to once be considered for the role of Black Sabbath frontman, shared a message on X. "My sincere condolences to Sharon, the family, friends, and fans," he wrote. Actor Jason Momoa also shared a snap taken with Ozzy and Sharon. "All my aloha at Sharon Osbourne and Ohana. So grateful. R.I.P." Heartbroken fans have also paid their respects to the icon. One said on X, "R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne, #Ozzy." Another added, "Rip Ozzy, condolences to the Osbournes." Heavy metal lost an icon today, just weeks after his final show. R.I.P. Ozzy. Thank you for everything, agreed a third. Black Sabbath led tributes to rock legend after his tragic death. Black Sabbath paid tribute to one of their own. They wrote on X, "Ozzy Forever," while sharing a picture of the late singer. Pantera, the U.S. heavy metal band, also wrote on Instagram, "R.I.P. Ozzy, thank you for all that you did for metal and Pantera. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Sharon, Jack, Kelly, Amy, and Lewis, we are so very sorry for your loss." Piers Morgan, the media personality, shared a photo on Instagram showing himself alongside Ozzy and his wife. Piers penned, "R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne, one of the greatest rock stars in history and a wonderful character, truly one of the funniest people I've ever known. I'm so glad he got to do his final show back in Birmingham 2 weeks ago. It meant so much to him. I once asked Ozzy what was the best moment of his life, and he replied instantly, meeting Sharon. My heart breaks for her." Danny Baker, the comedy writer and radio DJ, wrote, "I have been a Black Sabbath fan almost my entire life, and when I say Black Sabbath, I mean the band with Ozzy Osbourne in it. Everything else was business. They were just immense, a thundering voice and noise direct from the working class." Aston Villa. Ozzy grew up in Aston, and the football club shared a tribute after news of his passing. The caption read, "Aston Villa Football Club is saddened to learn that world-renowned rock star and villain Ozzy Osbourne has passed away." Growing up in Aston, not far from Villa Park, Ozzy always held a special connection to the club and community he came from. The thoughts of everyone at Aston Villa are with his wife Sharon, his family, friends, and countless fans at this extremely difficult time. Rest in peace, Ozzy. PETA. PETA said in a statement to The Sun from PETA Senior Vice President Lisa Lange, "Ozzy Osbourne was a legend and a provocateur, but PETA will remember the Prince of Darkness most fondly for the gentle side he showed to animals, most recently cats, by using his fame to decry painful, crippling, declawing mutilations. Ozzy may have been the singer, but his wife Sharon and his daughter Kelly were of one voice when it meant protecting animals. Ozzy will be missed by animal advocates world over." Youngblood. Singer-songwriter Youngblood wrote on X, "I didn't think you would leave so soon. The last time we met you were so full of life and your laugh filled up the room. But as it is written with legends, they seem to know things that we don't. I will never forget you. You will be in every single note I sing and with me every single time I walk on stage. Your cross around my neck is the most precious thing I own. You asked me once if there was anything I could do for you, and as I said then, and as I will say now for all of us, the music was enough. You took us on your adventure, an adventure that started it all. I am truly heartbroken. You were the greatest of all time." Rod Stewart. The 80-year-old shared in his Instagram story, "Bye-bye, Ozzy. Sleep well, my friend. I'll see you up there, later rather than sooner. Sir Rod Stewart." Born John Michael Osbourne in Birmingham in 1948, the star had a string of jobs including laborer, plumber, and abattoir worker after dropping out of school aged 15. He was raised by his parents Lillian and John with 3 older sisters and 2 younger brothers in a humble 2-bed house. The youngster struggled in education with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, and dyslexia. And Ozzy became entangled in petty crime and served 2 months in prison for burglary. It was during his stint in prison that he gave himself his first tattoo, his iconic Ozzy on the knuckles of his left hand. The singer then pursued his love of music after hearing the Beatles hit She Loves You in 1963. After appearing in a handful of school plays, Ozzy joined bassist Geezer Butler in their first group, Rare Breed, in 1977 at the age of 19. When that band split, the pair reunited in Polka Tulk Blues alongside Tony Iommi and drummer Bill Ward. They renamed the group, originally called Earth, as Black Sabbath. The band took on satanic and occult themes, which were enough to see them condemned by future Pope Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger. Some of Black Sabbath's most iconic hits featured on their second album, Paranoid. Fans hailed the heavy metal artists for their classics including Iron Man and War Pigs. The band skyrocketed to international fame with 5 consecutive platinum-selling albums within 3 years. But Ozzy himself quit the band in 1978 with a spiral into drug abuse leading to a divorce from first wife Delma Mayfair, who he had 2 children with. However, by the 1980s, Black Sabbath signed Don Arden as their manager. This led Ozzy to meet his future wife, Sharon, Arden's daughter. The pair eventually tied the knot on July 4, 1982, a date set by Ozzy so he would never forget their anniversary. Although it wasn't always smooth sailing, Ozzy originally fobbed off Sharon because he believed she would think he was a lunatic. But the singer could not be more wrong, and the couple went on to have 3 children together, Amy, Kelly, and Jack. With Sharon's encouragement and help from her music manager dad Don, he began to carve out a successful solo career. Ozzy later opened up about his first wife, Thelma, to whom he was married for 11 years and welcomed 2 children with, Jessica and Louis. The rocker also adopted Thelma's son, Elliot. He admitted the union had failed because of his career and drug use, calling himself a complete idiot for being abusive to her. Ozzy's seminal first album, Blizzard of Oz in 1980, became a multi-platinum success thanks to Ozzy's howling vocals and macabre laugh on hit Crazy Train. However, in 1989, Ozzy's hardcore partying lifestyle took a sinister turn when he tried to strangle Sharon. Although the couple have famously spoken about how they both gave as good as they got, the incident saw Ozzy seek help for his drug use. She agreed not to press charges if he went to rehab, a decision that allowed the icon to continue performing. In 1992, the singer announced his retirement, but 4 years later created the beloved annual music festival Ozfest with Sharon, which featured heavy metal acts touring the US and some of Europe. Ozzy returned to Black Sabbath in 1999, with the band winning a Grammy for Best Metal Performance for the song Iron Man. They later earned the same award in 2013 after releasing single God Is Dead from album 13. In 2006, Ozzy and the rest of Black Sabbath were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. A year later, the star released his first solo studio album in 6 years, Black Rain, followed by Scream in 2010 and Ordinary Man in 2020. Health Battle. Ozzy won another Grammy for Patient Number 9 in 2022 and single Degradation Rules, which featured Sabbath guitarist Tony Iommi. But following a spate of nasty injuries, Ozzy was forced to cancel his upcoming tour after revealing he was not physically capable of the travel required. He was later pictured looking frail as he walked in New York with the aid of a stick. Ozzy suffered a spinal injury after an accident at his LA home in 2019 that required him to undergo surgery on his neck. He was sadly diagnosed with Parkinson's the same year and revealed the sad news a year later in an emotional joint interview with Sharon. The singer told Good Morning America at the time that he couldn't hide his health struggles any longer. Explaining the condition, Sharon said, "It's Parkin 2, which is a form of Parkinson's. There are so many different types of Parkinson's. It's not a death sentence by any stretch of the imagination, but it does affect the nerves in your body. It's like you'll have a good day, then a good day, and then a really bad day." Ozzy added, "A year ago, I was in a terrible state. I'm on a host of medication, mainly for the surgery. I've got numbness down this arm and my legs are going cold. I don't know if it's the Parkinson's or what. That's the problem." Parkin 2 cannot be cured, but treatments are available to minimize symptoms, although it is steadily degenerative. Experts say the variety Ozzy had is one of the slowest developing types, but the long-term prognosis varies significantly between cases. Final gig. Not content with being laid up in bed, Ozzy wowed fans with a surprise performance of Paranoid in his hometown Birmingham at the Commonwealth Games in 2022. And this year, he took to the stage for Black Sabbath's final ever concert on July 5. Ozzy arrived on stage at Villa Park in Birmingham, dressed in his trademark black, sitting on a bat throne for the historic gig. The crowd were delighted to see the iconic rocker back on stage and kept chanting his name. Ozzy was equally thrilled to be performing and repeatedly broke out into a massive grin. It was the first time in 20 years that the original Black Sabbath lineup had performed together. The Sun was there to witness the final show-stopping spectacular. On the night of his famous last gig, Ozzy opened up to the emotional crowd. "I don't know what to say, man. I've been weighed up for like 6 years. You have no idea how I feel. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're all fucking special. Let's go crazy. Come on." He started the set by saying, "Let me hear you. Are you ready? Let the madness begin." Later, he said, "It's so good to be on this fucking stage. You have no idea. I fucking love you all. Let me see your hands in the air. You are the best, each and every one of you. God bless you all." The rocker sang 5 songs in his own set, with fans waving torches from their phones during Mama, I'm Coming Home. He finished his performance with Crazy Train before confetti rained over a packed Villa Park. After a short break, he re-entered the stage to join the rest of Black Sabbath for the first time in 20 years. The band performed some of their greatest hits, ending with the rendition of Paranoid. In his last ever interview, the heavy metal icon said his final encore meant everything. He told Radio X, "It's my final encore. It's my chance to say thank you to my fans for always supporting me and being there for me." Speaking of his fans, Ozzy said, "I hope they feel appreciated for how much they mean to me. I couldn't have done my final show anywhere else. I had to go back to the beginning," he added when talking about performing in Birmingham. He lovingly recalled childhood memories of watching football at the Aston Villa Stadium. He explained, "Every Saturday when there was a match, I would go out with my friends and stand outside the villa asking people for a shilling to watch their car." Meanwhile, his daughter Kelly revealed that she is engaged to her boyfriend Sid Wilson. She shared a video of the moment Sid popped the question backstage at her father's final ever Black Sabbath gig.